Hello and welcome to Tarot Arts Anjali. Today's picker card reading is going to be a little different. So instead of choosing a tarot card or a tarot deck, you can choose in between these seven BTS photo cards from the album B. And you can choose either your bias or maybe the members that you like, or if you are an OT7 like me, you could watch all the readings if you wish to. And remember, as a disclaimer, I am not doing a reading for any of the members, but you get to pick a card just like any other pick a card tarot reading. This is a timeless reading, so no matter when you get to watch this, you will get to hear the messages that are meant for you. So, whenever you have picked your BTS photo card, you can go to the description and the timestamp, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, if you chose Namjoon's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And don't forget to mention your favorite song or your favorite BTS moment in the comment down below. So, I've already pulled out the tarot cards for you, and as I mentioned in the disclaimer, this reading is about you and about what you need to know at the moment. So, irrespective of when you get to watch this video, these are the messages that are meant for you. The very first card that we have is this Tower card, and this tells me that whenever you get to watch this video, there is a major transformation or a huge change that is taking place in your life. So, either you could be at a stage of transition in your life where you are moving from one stage to the next. So, for example, you are moving to another grade, you are passing out from school and you're stepping into university, or you could be graduating and you are looking either for higher education or jobs or things like that. But at whatever stage you are, I see that you are stepping away from where you are currently into a new world almost. And that can seem very challenging. It can seem very intimidating when that sort of a change happens in life. And I feel the universe right now is helping you prepare to face whatever this change might be in your life. And whenever we go through these periods of transition, the tower always represents a moment where things are a little uncertain or there is a little bit of chaos, and that mostly happens when the foundations or the ground isn't laid perfectly, or we've probably missed out on some aspect of planning. So make sure that whatever change is about to happen in your life, you are mentally, physically, emotionally and spiritually preparing yourself for that new chapter in your life. And once you do that, once you've prepared, it might help you to ease the transition or to be a little bit more confident in yourself as you go through this change in your life. The second tarot card that we have for you is this Empress card, and with this beautiful energy of the Empress, I can sense that once this change happens in your life, once you enter this new phase of your life, that's when there are brighter opportunities that are opening up. I see you as someone who has so much potential to give your like there are if there are certain ideas that you sow, I see you as having the potential to see them grow, to create the kind of opportunities that you want in life. Maybe some of you are really creative individuals. You like to have you have certain creative hobbies like art, music, dance, painting, anything of that sort. And if there's any passion that you have, I see the potential in you, just like this beautiful Empress, the tree that we have here, that any seed you sow will grow and will bloom into this fullest potential. So make sure that you are connecting with these energies, and especially, if it's happening right after tower moment in your life. So for some of you, it might happen that there is a certain decision that you made or a certain path that you started following, but eventually you realize that it wasn't exactly what you were expecting, or maybe there were a lot of changes that took place in this path, and it might have made you lose confidence in yourself. But the universe is here with this Empress card to remind you that it is never too late to begin again. It's never too late to start working on your dreams. And even if there have been experiences of maybe failure or rejection or just things being difficult for you, that does not mean that you will not be able to follow your dreams anymore, or it's not the it's not the end of the line for you yet. I see there is still so much potential within you, and especially if there's a creative idea that you have or a passion that you have, then there is so much potential in you to follow through with that path, to grow like this beautiful tree, and to show the world what you are made up of and what your true potential is. And with that, the next card that we have for you is this Four of Swords. So this tells me that there is a much needed moment of rest that you need right now. There is definitely, I can see that with the first two cards being major arcana cards for you, there have been a lot of changes that are taking place very instantaneously, like one after the other things are happening for you. And whenever we enter this sort of an energy, we sometimes neglect on giving ourselves enough breaks, or we are so focused on our goals that we forget to give enough time or importance to self care. So make sure that in whatever phase of your life you are in right now, make sure to make self care a priority. Make sure to take enough breaks, and especially since we are talking about the photo cards from the album B, even the album B and all these, songs in the album, they also talk about taking things a little bit slowly. That yes, life will go on, but then you also have to give yourself enough time of rest and break. And sometimes, as we also here in the song Disease, that sometimes we start to ignore rest, or it makes us feel guilty if we are not giving ourselves time to pause. And that is exactly what this Four of Swords here is also talking about, that if you are in an all work no play mode, then there will be a point after which you will feel a little burnt out, or you will feel really tired. And that's why take things slow, take things at a pace that it's comfortable for you to handle, and don't take too much stress or pressure, because we see with the Empress card that the potential is definitely within you. Any idea that you have, any hope or dream that you have, you can definitely fulfill that. You have the potential within you. But if you start hurrying too much, or if you enter this mode of being too stressful, then things might become a little bit difficult for you. So the universe just wants you to be a little bit more gentler with yourself, be a bit more compassionate with yourself. And with that, the next tarot card that we have for you is this Sun of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. And with this, I'm seeing that a couple of different options. So if you are maybe a student at the moment, so with the Sun of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you are stepping into a new mode of learning. Maybe there is a new institute that you are joining, or there is a new internship that you're doing, or maybe there is a new area that you are getting training in, or you are learning more about certain things, because page is always in the pentacle suit. It's about some or the other change or beginning that is taking place when it comes to your career, your academic or your professional life. And for some of you, if you are, as I mentioned, that there might be certain creative hobbies that you have. For some of you, I'm seeing that that could be very much connected with the career path that you end up following, because the Page of Pentacles is all about a new shift or a new beginning taking place in that aspect of our lives. So either you are stepping into a new job, a new form of learning, you are maybe rethinking what you want to learn, or which area of your life you want to step into, or maybe if there is some idea that you already have about what kind of a life do you want to lead in terms of a professional setting, then you are starting to follow that path. And I can see that there is, again, there is so much emphasis on the potential that is there within you, and all these abilities that you have within you to turn your dreams into reality. And whenever you happen to watch this reading, I'm getting a sense that you are very close to attracting this wealth and abundance and prosperity into your life. There is a lot of emphasis on you learning new things. You are implementing what you have learned in a creative manner, in a manner that makes you stand apart, and it also makes other people appreciate you for who you are. And with that, let's come to the final tarot card, which for you is this beautiful Magician card. And this card tells me that, being the number one card, number one major arcana card, this card is all about being the master manifester, or being someone who has so much potential and so much ability to manifest the kind of life you want. And even if you see in this Magician card, we have all four suits being present here. We have the sword, the pentacle, the cup, as well as the wand. So this tells me that you have so many resources with you. I see that um you possess so many skills, you have so many abilities. So for example, if you want to maybe get a certain kind of outcome in your academic life, a certain grade that you want, or there's a certain kind of job that you want to attract in your life, or you want a certain kind of wealth or income in your life, I see you having all the resources to attract that. And not just in a professional capacity, but also in the personal life. For example, if you are single and you want to manifest a certain kind of partner in your life, so some practices that can help you is the method of affirmations or scripting. So by doing the affirmation practices, you can tell the universe that, what kind of a partner do you want to attract in your life, and then show gratitude towards that blessing so that it actually manifests into your life. And maybe the habit of scripting, that can help you visualize or envision a future version of yourself, and then picture how the future version of yourself, how your life looks like when you are scripting. And that can be a method that helps you, because overall as a whole, you might have even experienced this in your life so far, that whenever you want to attract certain things into your life, somehow or the other it ends up finding your way, it ends up entering your life. So have faith and keep believing in this power within you to manifest your outcomes. With that, let's come to the actual angel affirmation card that we have that can help you. So if you want, you could maybe pause, take a screenshot of this card that you wish to. But with the clarity card, I'm definitely getting a very strong sense that for those of you who chose the Namjoon photo card, if you are at a stage in life right now when you watch this reading where things are a little uncertain for you, or you are feeling a little bit confused in wherever you are, that's when I see that with this clarity card, that once you give yourself enough time to pause and rest, and once you connect with your own potential, your own dreams that you want to manifest into your life, that's when you'll start to get some more clarity about what is the path that you should take forward. The angel wisdom also reminds you that, whenever your mind is very cluttered or there are too many thoughts happening at once, that's when clarity becomes difficult. So you need to have moments of silence in your life. Maybe with the Four of Swords, I could also suggest the practice of meditation, no matter how long that meditation period is within your day, but at least giving yourself some time where you can sit quietly, where you can find stillness within the day. And that's when I'm seeing a lot of clarity will come to you. You will get all your answers about which path to take. For some of you, if you are creative individuals, you might get some inspiration through these periods of meditation. For example, an idea immediately comes into your mind that turns into a painting that you draw, a song that you write, or maybe a novel idea, something of that sort. So, this period of stillness, of meditation, is definitely really important in your life. And the very final card that we have is this Moonology card, New Moon in Virgo, which says it's a time to give rather than take. So, overall, the new moon cycle, so the new moon is always about some sort of a new beginning that is taking place, some new energy that you are stepping into. It's a very beautiful time for a lot of changes to take place in your life. So for example, if you, as I mentioned, if there's a new project that you want to start, a new idea that you have which you want to work on, so this new moon period could be significant for you. And if you are watching this reading in 2023, then in this year we are going to have the new moon in Virgo in September, so 15th of September. That could be an important date for you. So this could be, for example, a date by when you are submitting certain applications, or this could be the date where you are hearing back from, for example, an application that you've submitted, you're getting your results. Or for some of you, as I mentioned, if there is a new field of study that you are stepping into, in that case, September could be a time where that course could be beginning, or maybe you are moving to for this change in your life. And with the new moon in Virgo, there's also a message here to look after your morning and evening routines. What is your lifestyle like right now? What are the things that you pay attention to? Maybe what are the changes that you would like to make into in your life? Because Virgo, and coincidentally even Namjoon's zodiac sign being Virgo, there is a message with Virgo that, being organized, having a structure to your routine, having a certain plan that you can follow. And right now I can see that there are a lot of ideas and dreams and goals in your mind, but maybe you are lacking clarity because there is some amount of overthinking that is taking place, or there are too many thoughts or ideas and you're not able to move forward. So one thing, as I mentioned, that will help you is moments of stillness, of calmness, maybe meditating for a while. And with the new moon in Virgo, also looking after your physical, mental, and spiritual health, your emotional health, setting a proper routine for yourself that you could follow. And as you create these smaller habits, smaller changes, like this change doesn't have to happen overnight. You can start creating smaller habits and then create these changes, try to turn your life around. And as I said with the magician card, that you do have all the resources. You just need to put these resources into practice, and that will happen when you start creating this routine for yourself. And as I mentioned, the time of September, about 15th September, mid September, could be a significant time frame for you. So take that message as it resonates. And thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Don't forget to let me know your favorite BTS song in the comments below. And if you also want to check out the readings for other members and other photo cards, you can go to the timestamps in the description, and I'll see you in those readings. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to this reading. If you chose Jin's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And as I mentioned in the disclaimer, this is a reading about what messages you need to hear at the moment and not about the BTS members. It's going to tell you what is coming towards you, what can you expect, and everything that you might need to know at the moment. And this is a timeless reading, so no matter when you get to watch this video, these are the messages that are meant for you. So make sure to stay till the end, and don't forget to let me know in the comments what's your favorite BTS song or your favorite memory about Jin. So let's start with the tarot cards. The very first card that we have for you is this magician card. And interestingly, this card also came up in Namjoon's pile. So if you want, maybe you could also check out his reading, his pile. And with the magician card, I get a very strong sense that you are someone that if you put your mind towards something, then you will definitely attract that into your life. So for example, you want to lead a certain kind of lifestyle, or there is a certain dream or a goal that you have. Maybe you want to become a singer, dancer, performer, you want to write, you want to publish a book, or you want to get a certain kind of audience for the creative work that you are doing, or maybe there is another career that you want to pursue, or a kind of house that you want to buy for yourself, a kind of partner that you want for yourself. So I see that with the magician card, you have a lot of ability to manifest things into your life and to make these changes that are necessary in your life. And um, the universe really wants to remind you to tap into your own power, and your own power about shaping and choosing your destiny and choosing which path that your life goes towards and whatever you end up attracting in your life. So make sure that you are connecting with this strength that is there within you. The second tarot card that we have for you is this justice card. So another major arcana card coming for you. This tells me that first of all, as I mentioned, that you have this ability to attract whatever you want into your life. So maybe you are someone who, so far in your life, maybe you've put in a lot of hard work and effort, and you've done everything that is in your power to attract a certain kind of life for yourself. But it might happen that certain manifestations are taking time um, to enter your life, or maybe you have had to wait for so long for certain blessings to come your way. So this card is coming here just as a reminder that what you sow is what you reap, which means that if you have put in the right effort, if you have the right intentions in mind, then the universe will definitely acknowledge that, and it will give you the bright and the positive results that you want to bring into your life. And at the same time, the justice card is also about a bit of a moment of self reflection, to look back at your own past actions, your past intentions, how your past energies have been, maybe how have you treated people in the past, people in your life, and there could have been certain mistakes that you've made. But this is not from a point of blaming yourself too much for it, rather just being self aware, looking back at your journey so far, and maybe just reflecting on how can you make things a bit better. Maybe there are certain changes that you could make, or certain things that might have gone wrong, and now how can you work on that. And the universe is just asking you to be gentle and compassionate with yourself, accept that there might have been things that you did wrong, and also accepting that there are a lot of positive things that you've also done. So take that message as it resonates, but I'm definitely seeing positive sign with this card that you on your level, you have done your best, you have put in the right effort, you have the right intentions in mind. And when your intentions are pure, when you have put in the hard work, that's when the universe will definitely recognize and bring that into your life. And even if you feel that you've fallen short on that, it's never too late to make changes. It's never too late to steer your life into a different direction, to maybe, as I mentioned earlier, if there are things that have gone wrong, so you can always correct them, or maybe moving forward you can make sure that you don't make those sort of mistakes again. And at the same time, even now, if you decide to make a change, if you start putting in the right actions, as I mentioned with the magician card, you will attract all the best opportunities and blessings into your life. So let's see what else do we have in your tarot cards. The next card that we have for you is the Mother of Wands, or the Queen of Wands card. And this card tells me that for some of you, I see a major change happening in your life which requires some form of movement. So, for example, you could be moving to another city, another state, another country, another continent, wherever you are at life right now, whatever that might resonate with you. But there is definitely some sort of a change that I'm seeing. Either it's just you individually moving someplace, either for study or work, or you just want to relocate, or maybe your family could be moving, or maybe there is some change that you are making in your studies, in your career path, in your academic journey, in your professional life. There could be some amount of shifting things around that is happening. You are evaluating where you are in life right now and where you want to go. And for example, if the direction that you want to go in is a little bit different from the path that you are on right now, then to make that change, there is maybe another decision that you need to take, or a choice that has to be made. But if you are in that position where you're already asking that, should I make this change in my life, should I make this movement, and intuitively if you feel that that is the right option for you, then the universe could just be confirming that with this card. Or maybe if you have been thinking about your life as going in a certain direction, but now there are some change of plans or some changes that you have in mind, so even with that, I do see this as a positive sign to bring about those changes into your life. Let's see what other messages do we have for you. So with the Emperor card, I see that you are also stepping into your own leadership qualities. You are stepping into the the Emperor is the divine masculine card in tarot, and the divine masculine is all about structure, about power, about planning certain things, about having a certain strategy and then following with that path. It's about collecting all your resources and recognizing what decision do you need to take. So I am getting a strong sense that maybe at this point in your life, whenever you happen to watch this reading, there is an important choice that has to be made, an important decision that you need to take at the moment. And with both the feminine and the masculine energies being present in this reading, I get a strong sense that you have to balance your emotions as well as your logic and rationality. So before taking any decision, ask yourself that, is this the rational thing for me? Have I planned correctly? Have I made sure that this path is going to help me in the future? And at the same time, also take account of your emotions, that how does this path make me feel? Do I intuitively feel that this is the right thing for me, or is this path truly fulfilling my passions, or am I doing it for some other reason? So just make sure that before this change happens in your life, these are certain things that you ask yourself about. And with that, let's see the final tarot card that we have for you. And with that, we have the Ace of Cups. So one thing I want to say here is, because we had the so the Emperor represents the Aries sign, which is a fire sign, and the Mother of Wands, or the Queen of Wands, the Wands also represents fire sign. So sort of this counterpart energy. So maybe if you are single, then this Ace of Cups could be talking about a new partner entering your life, or a new relationship that is blossoming. There is some form of counterpart energies here. Maybe there is a romantic interest that's entering your life. And just specifically with the Justice card, because the colors resemble the pride flag, maybe if you identify as being part of the LGBTQIA plus community, then maybe even there I feel some sort of positivity that you are experiencing. There's a positive connection that could be entering your life. But irrespective of what stage you are at, I do see an opening that is taking place when it comes to matters of love and relationships. If you are maybe trying to pursue a certain kind of person, so even there I get a sense that you can manifest the right connection with this person. But so, you know, what I was saying earlier about a decision that has to be made, that decision could also be about this relationship. And even in that decision, make sure that you are taking care of both of these factors, that is this person actually right for me? Can we practically have a relationship and a connection together? And also ask yourself that does this person truly make me emotionally fulfilled? Do I feel passionate to be with this person? And with the justice card, as I mentioned, for some of you it might happen that some person from your past could be entering back into your life, but then it's up to you to be the judge in that situation, that has this person actually changed? Have I been able to forgive this person? Or, you know, has is there a sense of balance so that now can this connection begin again? So that is a question to ask yourself. But for others, I see that a positive new relationship is beginning into your life whenever you happen to watch this video. And we'll also see with the other cards if there's maybe any specific time periods that come here for you. And if you already have a person in mind, if you are pursuing a relationship, then there I see the Ace of Cups as being a bright new opportunity for deeper conversations to take place, for both of you to be in a state where you can discuss deeply your feelings with each other. And with that, let's go to the angel affirmation card that we have for you. And the card that we have is the self-worth card. So if you want, you could maybe pause, take a screenshot if you wish to, and save the affirmation for later. But this card tells me that at the moment a priority for you is to focus on self-love, on self-worth, and your own sense of confidence about your own abilities. And with this, somehow I'm connecting with Jin's song Awake. So you might want to listen to that song after this reading if you wish to listen to the lyrics of that song. And this is all about empowering yourself. It's about feeling confident in who you are. Maybe if there are other people who have been unfair to you, or maybe they have put you down, or other people have made you question your own self worth. So in that instance, you need to set clear boundaries about the kind of people that you have in life. And if there is someone who's really negative towards you, or who keeps putting your worth down, then it might be time to consider whether you really want to continue with that connection or not. And overall, you know, the card here also says that when you value yourself, you become open and friendly. And it also says that remind yourself that you are likable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. So, especially, you know, if there are other people around you who have been really putting you down or making you question your own worth. So, here the reminder is for you to trust your own self, trust your own abilities. Remember this gem of a person that you truly are. And the affirmation that we see on this card, which you could comment down below or you could repeat to yourself, it says, I am confident and worthwhile. So just repeat that to yourself. Remind yourself that you truly are confident, you are worthy of whatever you want to attract in your life. And with that, coincidentally, Moon, you could also listen to Jin's song Moon if you wish to after this reading. But the Moon card that we have for you is the third quarter moon, which says adjustments are required. So this card tells me that maybe any specific area of your life, and remember this is a general reading, so take only what resonates, but there could be some or the other area of your life where some sort of an adjustment is required. So if we are talking about your career, your professional, your academic life, in that setting this card could talk about maybe you have chosen a certain path for a particular reason, but then it's just not working out anymore, or it's causing undue stress for yourself, and you've tried everything from your end but nothing at all is working out. So this could be a time to reevaluate your options, maybe consider a new path if that is possible for you, if that is feasible for you. But there's definitely some form of reevaluation that is required. And again, in terms of relationships, and maybe it could even be about friendships, but I'm seeing here that there could be someone around in your energy who doesn't have the best of intentions in mind when it comes to you. Or maybe there are people who have hurt you in the past, but you have forgiven them, and not just once, but maybe they've made the similar kind of mistakes over and over, and every time you've forgiven them and you've allowed them to come back. So this could be a message about setting clearer boundaries. looking at what kind of adjustments might be required in relationships, and this could be connected with your own self-worth, that are you letting someone else define who you are, or are you depending on someone else and their approval to feel confident in yourself. So whatever this change or this re-evaluation is, I can definitely see that something is out of balance, and now when you make these adjustments you are becoming much more confident. And this card, another message with this is that there is something new or something exciting around the corner. And with the Ace of Cups, I do get a strong message that there could be either a new love connection that is happening, a new career journey that is coming up for you, where your own creative potential is fully being tapped into. So just identify that what is this area of your life which might not be the exact version of it that you expect or you are dreaming for yourself, and what could be the changes that you could make. So make sure to make those changes, make those adjustments. And finally, with the self worth card, remind yourself that you are confident and worthwhile. And thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Don't forget to comment below your favorite BTS song or your favorite BTS memory. And as I said in the beginning, if you want to watch other members' readings, you can also do that by going in the description and going to the timestamp. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to your reading. If you chose Yoongi's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And as I mentioned in the disclaimer, this reading is about the messages that you want to hear at this moment, and anything that you need to know, anything that you are meant to hear. So, with that, let's start with the tarot cards that we have for you. The very first card that we have is the Seven of Swords, and this card here tells me that one thing that the universe wants you to know right now is to be a little bit careful before you make any decision in your life, and especially when it comes to trusting the people in your life about certain things. So maybe there could be a difficult situation that you are going through and you want to seek a solution or some answer for that, or you just want people around to listen to you and to share those things with them. I'm getting a sense with this Seven of Swords that maybe, as we have this image of a sly fox, that you see only six swords at the top, but then you don't see the sword that's hidden below the fox. So I'm seeing that maybe someone around you is not being fully honest, or someone might not have the best intentions in mind for you. So just be a little bit cautious and a bit careful about who you trust at the present moment. Become a little bit more mindful of who your true friends are, who are the people that you can trust. Maybe there is some difficult situation or circumstance that you are going through, and you could be reaching out to certain people for advice or for answers, and they might not, either intentionally or unintentionally, they might just not be able to give you the right kind of answer that you need. So it's just a caution. I don't see this as a major conflict or a major problem, but just something that the universe wants you to be aware of at the moment. And the second message that we see with this card is that if you don't have any sort of confusion about people around you and you are surrounded with trustworthy people, then this card could just be talking about your own self. And are you fully being honest with yourself? Are you fully being honest with maybe where you are at right, like in life right now, and where you want to move towards? So there could be just some amount of dishonesty that the Seven of Swords usually talks about. So as I said, take the message as it resonates. It could be about people around you that aren't being fully honest with you, or maybe on some level you aren't fully being honest with yourself in terms of some or the other decision that has to be taken in your life. So let's see further about what messages do we have for you. The second card that we have is this Ace of Swords card, and this card here tells me that there are two messages that I see with this card. First is there is a lot of emphasis on communication. So maybe you are either confronting someone. So, for example, you've already trusted someone who betrayed you, and you have got to know about it now. And now you are confronting that person. You are having a conversation with them that why did they go behind your back? Why did they stab you behind your back? And that could be a difficult moment. And here the universe is telling you to stand your ground and to stay true to your own power, and don't let someone else betray you or hurt you. And the second message, as I said, with this Ace of Swords, is there is some sort of clarity that is coming through. So for example, maybe you want to make a certain decision in your life and you are very sure that that's what you want to do, but either because of some amount of fear or maybe other people's opinions, you have convinced yourself that that is not the right decision, and now you're feeling very confused, that is my intuition correct, or are other people's opinions correct, is that correct, is what what others have told me, is that the right thing to do? And if you are in that state of chaos and confusion and uncertainty, and you are not able to decide what to do moving forward, I'm seeing with this Ace of Swords that there's definitely some clarity that is coming forward for you. And just the first two cards that are present here, being sword, being air signs, I'm seeing that your power or a strength that you personally possess is your own intellect, your own wisdom. And I'm seeing that even if there might be confusion and chaos around you, I see you as someone who has the power to make the right decisions. So make sure that either whether it's other people's opinions or fears, like those things aren't holding you back from making the right decision in your life. And let's see the other card that we have for you. So we have the lovers card coming here, and this is a very very positive sign. So um again, a couple of different messages with the lover. So if you are single and you are wanting to attract someone in your life, here I'm seeing that this is a very positive sign about that happening. Maybe the number 6 could be important. It could be either your or the your partner's date of birth. Maybe the month of June could be important, or you might be seeing the angel number 6 a lot around you in different combinations, either 3 3 or 6, or in other different combinations, and that could just be a sign for you that this person is nearby, this connection is about to happen. And the lovers often talks about a soulmate bond, a soulmate connection, where you truly feel a sense of belonging and you feel really connected with this person who is entering your life. So take that as it resonates. And if you are already in a relationship, or if you are with a person, then this card could just be talking about how that this relationship is indeed significant and it is a positive blessing in your life. So again, take this message as it resonates. This message is not about any relationship that could be harmful for you. It is only about the connection which even you intuitively know that this is right for me, and I feel truly happy and I feel that I belong when I think of this person, when I am spending time with this person. But overall, the lovers card is just about being so loved and accepted and having a positive environment around you. And even if your question at the moment is not at all related to your love life or relationship, then the lovers can also be talking about this sense of alignment, where you are truly on the path that you are meant to be on. So for example, there is a dream that you have, or there is something that you have been wanting to, or you have been trying to pursue, but for some reason or the other, either you are not being honest with yourself, or maybe you are feeling that I am not capable of doing that, or whatever the reason might be. If there has been certain things that have been holding you back, now I see a moment of clarity and this sense of alignment, especially going from the Ace of Swords with the number 1 with the lovers to the lovers energy, where we see this duality. I see that you are truly being in alignment with the path that you are meant to be on. So let's see the next card that we have for you. And the card that we have is the Son of Swords or the Page of Swords. So again, all these air signs that are coming together here, so maybe air and fire signs that we have, so these two signs could be important. And again, I forgot to say, but with the lovers, the Gemini sign could be important. So either you or a significant person in your life could have Gemini sun, moon, or rising signs. And as I said, with the air signs, maybe again the Gemini sign is coming up once again. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius could be important signs. And with the Son of Wands or the Page of Wands, the fire signs could be important. So Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So if you have any of these signs, or maybe a significant person or a connection in your life have these signs, so it could just be a message that they are important people in your life. These are the people that you can trust and who will help you be in alignment with the path that you are meant to be on. And also, the Page of Wands also talks about some or the other change that is about to happen in your life. So a couple of signs that I'm seeing here is maybe getting an acceptance letter, an offer letter of some sort, or some offer coming for you which requires you to travel maybe somewhere, either for study or work or something of that sort. Or maybe there is a new kind of learning that you are stepping into, some education, training, course, something of that sort that requires you to move outside of where you are at the moment. And if you have been looking for signs of travel, then this could be a confirmation for you that yes, that is happening in your life, you are attracting that in your life. Or maybe if you are right now in a waiting period for something or the other, you're waiting to hear back from someone, even for that I see the Page of Wands as being a powerful sign that that is going to come out in your favor. And with that, let's see the final tarot card that we have for you. And here we have the Five of Wands. So this is just coming as a sort of a disclaimer for you that you know what you need to be aware of. And one thing that you need to be aware of, or a potential challenge that could enter your energies, is having too many things to do all at once. So you start feeling a little bit overburdened, or you are not able to realize where to direct your energies, which thing to pursue first. And with that, and especially this card coming after the Page of Wands, it tells me that in the coming few weeks or months, and we'll get a more clearer idea with the time frame with the Moon card. But whenever this change or this acceptance offer, whatever it is, whenever it enters your life, it might happen that the period right after that is full of a lot of challenges or so many changes happening all at once. So in that moment, don't be too overwhelmed. Give yourself some time to sort through these different things. Try to identify for yourself what is a priority, what needs your immediate attention, and then follow through with that path, with that thing. Focus your energies on that, and the universe, the spirit, your even your higher self is going to be with you throughout this journey to help you organize things. So with that, let's see what is an angel affirmation that is meant for you right now. And the card that we have is this Joy card. So if you wish, you could maybe pause, take a screenshot if you wish to, and save the affirmation for later. But this card here says that one thing to invite in your life or to bring into your life is joy. The card here also says joy springs from a sense of connection to the divine and is a quality which illuminates you. So, if you have been going through a difficult period, or maybe there are these serious issues to go through, a lot of decisions to make, some choices to be made at the moment, and you haven't had enough time to just enjoy things for the way they are, or maybe if there were things that you used to really enjoy earlier, maybe listening to certain kind of music, watching certain shows, or a creative hobby or a pursuit that you have, which you haven't been able to invest that much time into because of these other pressures around you. So angels are just here to remind you that whenever you step into this energy of engaging with something that gives you joy, that's when your heart will feel so much lighter, and that's when answers will also come to you a bit easier. The card here says that delight in everything, for joy is a key to enlightenment. Enjoy life. So, yes, even though there could be difficult periods, and especially with the Five of Wands, as we saw that too many things happening at once, or too many responsibilities that you have to cater to, that you need to answer to, and that can become very difficult at that point. So, here, the universe, the angels are here to remind you to find joy even in those moments. And an affirmation that you could type below or you could say to yourself is, I find joy in everything. So remember to create moments of joy for yourself, to find moments of joy in whatever it is that you are doing. And let's go to the final card, which is the Waxing Crescent Moon for you. And even this card here says, have faith in your dreams. So I'm seeing that, if you are someone who has all these big visions and dreams about how you want your life to be, what are the things you want to attract in your life, I'm seeing that you have so much potential to bring that into your life, so much potential to design and create your life, to shape your own destiny. And just remember to keep having faith in your dreams. If there is something that you want to pursue, something that you want to attract in your life, and especially when it comes to with this Lovers card, matters of the heart or relationships and things of that sort, don't forget what you truly are capable of, everything that makes you special, and you will definitely attract the outcome that you want to bring about into your life. And also, whenever you happen to watch this reading, if there is a difficult time that you are going through, or you're just not able to realize what path to take forward, or maybe there is a dream that you have but it's just taking too long to turn into reality, and it might make you a little bit, it might make you lose faith a little bit. But this card here is coming as a reminder that your highest potential and the dreams that you have for yourself, you are truly deserving of that. So don't let go of that. Make sure that you are connected with that. And this card also has a message about, staying focused on whatever it is that you want. And the card, the guidebook, it also says that just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they are not manifesting. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forward. Try to remain patient, try to find that sense of courage within you. And yes, there are certain things that might take a lot of time. Some things might happen in weeks, months, or even a year or longer than that. But just because things are taking time or there is a longer journey that you have to go through doesn't make you any less worthy, or it doesn't make you any less deserving of the dreams that you have for yourself. So make sure to be patient, make sure to be gentle and compassionate to yourself. And thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I'm sending you so much love, light, and power. Make sure to comment down below what your favorite BTS song or your favorite BTS memory is. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can also find all the details in the description box below. I'm sending you lots of blessings. And if you also want to check out the other members' readings, you could also do that by going to the timestamps in the description below. And I'll see you. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to your reading. If you chose J Hope's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And as I mentioned in the beginning, this reading is about the messages that you need to hear at the moment, all the messages that are meant for you and things that are going to help you. So, with that, let's start off with your tarot reading. The very first card that we have for you is the Judgment card with the card number 20. So, with this card, I can see that you are someone with a very important life mission or a soul purpose, and there is a calling that you need to respond to, because that is the message that I associate with the Judgment, that there is a higher calling or a purpose or a soul mission that is meant for you in this lifetime. And whenever you happen to watch this reading, I get a sense that you are very close to pursuing that mission for yourself. Maybe there is a certain life purpose or a path that you are meant to be on, and right now you're very very close to reaching there. And it might happen that there could be some changes that have been taking place in your life, and you are not able to figure out that how are things changing so quickly, or why does life keep pushing me in all these different directions. And maybe that is happening because, as I mentioned, that there is a certain path that you are meant to be on, and the universe, the spirit, is just nudging you in that direction so that you start following that path. So it could be happening in a couple of different ways. For example, you in your professional life, in your studies, academics, or your career, you try to keep doing certain things, but either that somehow doesn't work out, or maybe you are always made to switch roles, switch companies, switch jobs, switch the course of study that you are in, and you just keep questioning that why are all these changes happening, or why are all these situations placed in my life where somehow or the other I go through all these different changes and transitions. And that is just happening because there is a much higher purpose and a mission that is meant for you in this lifetime. And maybe intuitively you also have an idea that I am meant to do this one specific certain thing, and the longer you keep trying to ignore it, the more strongly the universe will try to keep directing you in that direction. So one question of reflection that you could ask for yourself is, where do I truly see my life heading towards? What is the path that I see my future self following, whether that is in terms of your professional life, your academic life, your personal life, even your love and relationships, your families, friendships, whatever that could be. If you believe very strongly that there is a purpose that you are meant to fulfill, there is a change or an impact that you are meant to fulfill in this lifetime, then that path is for you. That this intuitive feeling that you are getting, it's not from nothing, it's not just it's not nothing, basically it means something significant. So, and for some of you, somehow I'm also getting a message with this Judgment card that maybe of late you might be having a lot of significant dreams where there are certain symbols that keep showing up a lot. Maybe there are birds that keep appearing in your dream, or some or the other symbol that keeps repeating a lot. So maybe you could look into the spiritual meaning of the specific symbol that keeps repeating in your dreams. That could be a direction. Or maybe there is a specific message that is coming through for you. And another practice that could help you is just including meditation in your daily routine, because when you give yourself that moment of stillness and calmness in your routine, that's when your mind clears up a little bit and your intuition can speak to you in a much more stronger manner. So take that message if it resonates for you. Let's also see what other messages are here in tarot for you. The second card that we have is the Sun of Wands or the Page of Wands, and this card tells me that once you are fully able to realize what this calling is or what path you are meant to be on, that's when even things around you might start shifting around. So like once you accept, and I'm just using this as an example, so for example, you have been really getting this feeling that you are meant to work with children, you are meant to work with a certain community and creating better outcomes for them, or whether that's teaching, volunteering, or teaching them certain skills or whatever that is. And for a really long time you have felt that that is your purpose, that is something that you are meant to do. And once you accept that, once you start looking for opportunities to work in that area, to train in that area, for example, things like child psychology, social work, things like that, you are training, and then you are becoming equipped to work in that sort of a setting. So once you make that intention, that's when I'm seeing even the universe is going to open so many doors for you. You will start seeing all these opportunities come up for you, and that's when you will be able to grab onto this opportunity and create this change in your life. For some of you, once you accept that, okay, this is the path that I am meant to follow, once you do that, then maybe there is some change happening in your life. For example, stepping into a new course of study, some new training, some sort of an education to equip yourself to step closer to whatever your purpose is. And for some of you, I'm also seeing that your life is being restructured or reshaped in some ways. Maybe the path that you have been on so far feels a little monotonous or repetitive, and it lacks the sense of adventure that you want in your life. So with this Page of Wands or the Sun of Wands coming here, I'm seeing that once you accept that okay, there is something that's missing in my current path and there is some change that I'm meant to make. Once you fully go through that acceptance, that's when this change will definitely happen in your life. So let's see what that change might be. What else do you need to know at the moment? And very, very powerful card coming through, the Eight of Pentacles. And this card is all about mastering your craft. There is something that I see you really good at. It's almost like magical talent or skill that you possess that you're so good at, and that's something so unique about you. And I just took it as an example that working with kids, maybe in the field of education, or maybe there is a certain sport that you're really good at, a certain creative hobby, or writing, art, painting, music, dance, or in your own respective whatever that field of work might be, that field of study. I see that once you accept that this is the path that I want to follow, that's when you're going to spend, just like the spider spends so much time building this perfect web around it, using the resource that it already has, and then it takes so much work and dedication and perseverance to actually build this entire web. And that is also what I see you stepping into, that once you realize that there is something that you want to follow, there is a dream that you have, and there are certain steps that you need to complete to reach there. For example, if some of you are in the field of psychology or mental health, then this could be about all the study that you're doing, the practicals that you're doing, the exposure or some sort of supervision that you are going through, and then all the processes that are in place for licensing, and all of that comes along with trying to become a professional in a particular field. And I see you stepping into this energy where you are putting in so much of hard work. There is a single focus that you have, and I see you as someone who, if you once put your mind to something, you will be really dedicated towards that path, and you will keep persevering, you will keep building this web around you. And some of you might also benefit from networking. So for example, either social media or contacts online might be a helpful resource that helps you find your purpose and helps you find your community. And maybe through online skills you are building up your own capacities, your own capabilities, you're finding out about some online course, or through some social media channel, website, something of that sort, you find about a course of study that really aligns with the purpose that you have in mind, the purpose that you feel you are really meant to achieve in this lifetime. So make sure that once you identify this thing, you put in all your hard work and effort into that area, and definitely things will start blossoming for you. You will get so much wealth and abundance and prosperity in return, and you will also build a community, this network around you, where you will be impacting not just your own life but also those who are connected with you, your immediate family members, your friends, your community. I see there is a big goal or a vision that you have, or a big path, this destiny that is meant for you. And once you put in that work, once you become focused on that path, then there is so many changes that are taking place for you. So let's see what further messages that we have. We also have the Nine of Swords card here, and it's very fitting here, the this nine coming right after the Eight of Pentacles, because I was just saying that you are meant for something big. And it might have happened that as I said that message, this negative voice in your head might have said that, am I actually capable of that, or can I even allow myself to dream that big? And that negative voice is what I'm seeing with this Nine of Swords card. This is the negative belief which is completely unrealistic, which is not true at all, which sometimes we hear this negative voice in our minds and it holds us back. And for you specifically, I'm seeing that this negative voice is not true. You are indeed capable of everything that you want to achieve. You have so much skill and potential. It's just there might be some or the other changes that are required. And once you find yourself in the right path and you start putting in that effort, that's when you will truly become tapped into with that energy of greatness and that huge big change that you are meant to make in this lifetime. So the only caution or the only obstacle that I see is with this Nine of Swords, which is your own negative thoughts holding you back. Or maybe it might have happened that earlier in your life there could have been a dream or a goal that you wanted to follow, but for some or the other reason it might not have worked out in the way that you were expecting, and that ended up making you feel a little dejected, or maybe it made you feel or question that, am I even worthy enough of this? And that could have resulted into these negative thoughts, which are right now not allowing you to accept of this true greatness that is meant for you, that you are eventually going to step into. So I would definitely recommend taking some time to reflect and challenge these negative thoughts that might be present, because the only obstacle, I'm not seeing any major conflict on the outside that might hold you back. Rather, I'm seeing only your own thoughts, your own negative beliefs and biases that might be holding you back. And once you challenge those, once you recognize your own true power, that's when you will become so unstoppable and you will become so much tapped into your own energies, and that path will become so much more clearer for you. So make sure to do that reflection for yourself, to truly remind yourself that you are really indeed capable of this destiny, of this huge change and this huge role that you are meant to play in this lifetime. And the final tarot card that we have for you is this Father of Wands or the King of Wands energy. And again, this is a very big confirmation. We have both the Page and the King of Wands coming here. So I'm definitely seeing that you are taking charge of your life. There is a huge change that you are making. You are deciding to do something, you are putting in all your hard work and effort, and then you are starting to follow that path. And as I'm tapping into your energy, I definitely feel such a sense of control and power, and these leadership qualities that will allow you to truly just turn your life around completely. I'm seeing so much change that you are capable of. I'm seeing a transformation completely. And for some of you, I'm seeing this happen at a much quicker rate. Maybe in a couple of months, maybe in just 1 year, you are moving from this Page, this Sun energy, into the Father or the King energy. So you're truly just up leveling yourself. You are building your skills to such an extent. Once you start working on yourself, on your dreams, you are becoming like almost you're reaching this stage where no one else can surpass you, or whatever it is that you are good at. When you start putting all your efforts into that, once you start working on your skills, that's when you will become sort of the master at your own craft. You will become undefeatable. That is the sort of energy that I'm seeing here. So make sure that you take these messages, you sit with them for a while, and if there's any negative thoughts that come up or any belief that comes up that am I even capable of this, make sure to question that thought and ask yourself that is this really true, or am I actually capable of this big huge change in my life. And with that, let's come to the angel affirmation card that we have for you. And again, a very fitting message, we have the card of positivity. So if you wish, you could maybe pause, take a screenshot if you wish to, and save the affirmation for later. You could say it to yourself or mention it in the comments. But with positivity, I get a very strong message that and again, remember, this is not about toxic positivity at all. It's not about not feeling any negative or difficult emotions and only forcing yourself to feel positive. Not at all. This card is rather, as the card also here says, that when you are positive, you keep directing a stream of high vibration energy with your thoughts, words, and actions. So, with this, angels, the universe, the spirit is here to remind you that I'm seeing this positivity more in the sense about your own capabilities. That maybe either because of past events or whatever has happened in your journey so far, that could have made you feel a little unsure or uncertain about your own path, your own capabilities, and what you are worthy of. And that is the area where you need more of this positivity in. You need to remind yourself that you truly are so capable and so worthy. The card also here says that you choose your thoughts and attitudes, so focus on loving, abundant, and successful outcomes in every area of your life. So once you truly convince yourself and you start believing that you actually deserve the abundance and success that you are dreaming of, that's when your energies will become so pure and the universe will give you your desired manifestations. Those things will enter your life. Obviously, it's not going to happen magically. We also see the hard work card here. So both the things are happening together. Your thoughts are becoming aligned with where you want to go into, and then you are taking the right actions also to make those dreams come true. Finally, the card also says your positivity will make you feel happy, healthy, and fulfilled. And make sure to say this affirmation, either say it to yourself or comment down below. The affirmation is I am positive and strong. And with that, let's also go to the final card that we have for you. And the card that we have is New Moon in Taurus, which says prosperity lies ahead. So, again, prosperity, this card as a whole, it's a very, very positive sign that if you are trying to find success or wealth or abundance in any area of your life, this is a huge huge message, a big yes sign for you, that the positivity, the transformation that you are seeking is definitely entering your life. All the outcomes that you want to attract, they are happening, and in terms of a specific time period or a date, that might be significant for you. So if you are watching this in 2023, the this year, the new moon in Taurus is going to take place on 18th to 19th of May, wherever you are located at. And so, maybe around the month of May, there could be something significant that is taking place in your life. But as a whole, I'm seeing that you are entering this mode of abundance and so much wealth, prosperity, and the best outcomes that are happening. And the new moon is also a new beginning, a new shift. You are almost entering a new chapter in your life. So I'm sending you a lot of blessings. Make sure to stay connected with your own power and your own abilities. And don't forget to mention down in the comments below what is your favorite BTS song or your favorite BTS memory that you would like to share with me, share with others in the comments below. And also, if you want to check out the other members, you can go to the timestamp in the description and watch the other readings. Maybe there are some more messages that are meant for you. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Sending you a lot of love, light, and power. And take care. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to the reading. If you chose Jimin's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And as I mentioned in the beginning, these are all the messages that you are meant to hear at the moment. Some specific messages for you, some guidance, and everything that you should be hearing right now. And remember, this is a reading for the collective, so take all the messages that resonate, use your intuition and your free will before taking any action. So let's start with the first card that we have for you, and here we have the Six of Pentacles card. And just tapping into your energies, I can get a very strong sense that you might be someone who is really generous, and your generosity as a whole, your ability to take care of others, and especially those who are in need, helping them in whatever help they might need at the moment. Maybe you might be that person in your friend group, in your friend circle, who is always there to help out others in need. And with that, I'm very connecting with Jimin's energy a lot also. Like, someone who is really there to look after your friends, to attend to any needs that they might have. And even in your personal life, I feel that you are someone who really likes to take care of people around you. And that's a strong strength that you could possess, something that makes you really stand apart from other people. And with the Six of Pentacles, there is also a very strong message for those of you specifically who want to attract a lot of wealth and abundance into your life. There, it's a strong message that, the universe's law is that in order to receive, you need to first give, so that things are in lot more of a flow and in that cycle where what you are giving, that is coming back to you, that is flowing back to you. So maybe some of you might benefit from engaging in practices such as service of some kind, maybe volunteering your time and effort and energy into a cause that you believe in. Maybe you could be already someone who likes to volunteer in some or the other social cause. Maybe you like to donate. If you aren't able to donate in terms of money, then you might be working with certain people, or just as a whole, I feel that you are someone who feels very strongly about social issues, or even in your personal and professional life, that could be an area that you want to work in or you want to look more into. So with that, I'm just getting some positive signs that any acts of service are going to be very important and significant in your life. And just as a whole, your generosity is a huge, huge strength that you possess. And don't forget of this immense capacity to give that you have within you, whether it's in terms of people who need or just in your immediate connections. So, with that, let's see what further messages that we have for you. We also have the Three of Cups card here. So, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, especially in terms of friends or connections or significant people in your life. I'm seeing that whenever you happen to watch this video, so either you could have certain plans with your friends, maybe to spend more time with them, or you if you have been away from your friends for a while, so maybe you are reuniting with them, you are hanging out, you are going together someplace, or you are just connecting with the significant people in your life. I see a lot of time of joy, celebration, reflection, and friendship is a very major theme that I see here. So you could be connecting with friends in your life, maybe you might be meeting new friends, meeting new like-minded people, or there could be a cause of celebration that might be coming up. Maybe it's your birthday or your friends' birthdays that you are meeting up for, or if you don't live close by, then you might be virtually meeting each other. So that's just a positive sign that I see here. But overall, even the universe is here to give you a message, give you a guidance that remember the value of the connections in your life, the people in your life who truly are there for you whenever you need them. And if maybe in the recent few weeks or months, or maybe if you haven't had too much of a chance to connect with your friends, to spend a lot of time with them, to share how you are feeling with them, then just make sure that you are giving yourself some time to connect back with the people that are important in your life. And especially because the first card that we had is the Pentacles card, which often also talks about our work and our professional life, or your academic life, whichever phase you are in right now. So it might happen that sometimes these things become our focus and we aren't able to invest as much of our time and energy into the significant connections that we have in our lives. So just make sure that if there are important people in your life, you are letting them know that you are there for them, that you care for them. And also, if you personally are going through a difficult period, make sure that you are connecting with this support system that you have for yourself. So with that, let's see what further messages that we have for you. We also have the Ten of Cups card, and this card is all about belongingness. It's about feeling this sense of being connected with someone, being really supported in a community. So I'm definitely getting a very strong sense that in the coming few days, weeks, or months, whenever you are watching this reading, I get a strong feeling that you are connecting with the people in your life that really matter. And this might be even more important for those of you if you have been feeling a little bit aloof, a little bit lonely in your life journey. Maybe there are certain things that were a priority for you and you weren't able to spend as much time with the important people in your life. So here I'm seeing that moving forward things are going to change a little bit. You will be able to prioritize your connections in your life. So either that could be happening by itself, or things are just automatically becoming smoother for you, or for some of you there is a conscious choice that you are making to invest more into the people in your life, into the connections in your life. And the second thing that I'm seeing here is maybe the changes that are taking place in your life could be redirecting you in such a manner that you are finding a community where you truly belong. It might be in a work setup, it might be, for some of you there might be a strong indication of maybe an engagement, a marriage, something of that sort, if you are at that stage in your life at the moment. But I see this accepting environment, whether that's a family. For some of you this could even be found families, for example, if the your actual immediate family, if they aren't as supporting or as accepting of who you are, then maybe there is a sense of found family or a community where you feel like you truly belong. Or irrespective of what circumstance or situation you are in right now, I see that moving forward there is definitely a sense of support that you are finding around you. You are feeling this interconnection with people around you. And for some of you it might happen that your work or the profession that you are following is as such that requires you to work with a certain population or a certain community, and that is leading to so much more growth and learning for yourself. And the next card that we have for you is this Wheel of Fortune card. And again, this is a very, very positive major arcana card that we have in tarot, which is about almost unexpected changes that are coming for you. This is about synchronicities. It's about, whenever we are about to reach this Wheel of Fortune um, phase in our lives, right before that, there might be a lot of coincidences that are taking place, a lot of synchronicities that you start noticing, or maybe even now as you are watching this reading, there could be a lot of what to say, angel numbers that you might be coming across. The timer, as I was saying, this was on 111, so maybe the number 111 could be significant for you. 111, you might be seeing these signs. And this card is all about something that is fated for you, something that is in your destiny and is entering your life. There is almost this energy of something that is so significant that it's not going to pass you by. The universe will keep sending you signs about where you are meant to be, and somehow or the other you will end up on this path. And universe is right now just preparing you to reach in that direction, to attract this beautiful miraculous opportunity into your life. And also coincidentally we also have 210 cards coming here, so maybe 1010 could be a sign that you are seeing a lot, or a combination of one and zeros could be a significant message. So if somehow you start seeing these angel numbers a lot, that could just be a significant sign for you that major changes, major shifts are taking place. There is a lot of, like, the universe is just redirecting you to a certain path. And initially it might seem a bit confusing, or you might not be able to figure out that why are all these changes happening. But then once you go through these changes, once you look back after that experience, you will realize that everything that happened had to happen in that specific order for you to reach that very blissful and that bright opportunity into your life. So one main message here from the universe is to not resist any changes that are taking place in life right now. All the things that are placed in your life right now, they are meant to be in your path so that you go in a certain direction and then finally reach this Wheel of Fortune moment. And I see after this there will be so much more prosperity and abundance that is definitely entering your life. With that, let's see the final tarot card that we have. And the card that we have for you is again this beautiful Nine of Pentacles card, which is all about prosperity, abundance, wealth, feeling so safe and secure in your life. So, as I said, you are someone who's already so generous. And if you increase this generosity even more by right now engaging more in acts of service, acts of charity, working with people or communities who need you, or maybe there is a certain skill or a resource that you have that you can share with other people, you can teach them. So, when you increase this, your own ability to be there for others, when once you are in this mode of giving, that's when you will definitely receive. And that's what we are seeing with this Nine of Pentacles card, that there is this bright, blossoming abundance and so much of this prosperous energy that is about to enter your life. And it might happen on an unexpected level that maybe you are for yourself imagining to a certain degree, but once this change actually happens, you will realize that it's much more beyond what you had ever dreamt for yourself. So I'm definitely seeing this bright positive energy that is entering your life. With that, let's see what angel affirmation card that we have for you. And the card that we have is hope. So, funnily enough, maybe you could also check out the pile that we had for J Hope. Maybe there are some messages there for you specifically. You could pause, take a screenshot if you wish to, save the affirmation for later. But with the Hope card, I'm definitely seeing that if you are at a stage in life right now where things are seeming very challenging, or you aren't able to figure out what to do next, am I going to create this wealth or abundance for myself, will I reach there? So that's when you need to just take a pause, take a breather, and connect back to this sense of hope within you. The Hope card also says that the sun is about to come out in an area of your life. So there's definitely a bright opportunity, a new opportunity that is just around the corner. You just have to hold on for a little longer. Connect with this support system that you have around you. They will also help you see things in a much more clearer manner. And the card also here says that the angel wisdom reminds you that your spirit is immensely resilient and powerful. So keep faith with your dreams and visions. And I do definitely see that all these bright cards, all these positive messages that have come up for this pile, there is a strong sense that you are someone that is truly aligned with the path that you are meant to be on. And even then, there might be certain challenges or obstacles, but whenever that happen, whenever you are faced with those challenges, don't forget your own resilience, your own power. The card also says, remember, the universe wants you to have your heart's desire. It is simply waiting for you to believe you deserve it before the angels bring it to you. So, with that is what I connect with the Wheel of Fortune message, that there is this big, huge destiny, this big, huge mission that is meant for you in this specific lifetime. All you have to do is start believing that it is truly meant for you. Start believing and creating space in your life to bring about that big opportunity. And that's when the universe will give it to you. The universe will bring that abundance into your life. The card also says, do your part by deciding what you truly want, then send out positive thoughts for the changes you seek and for the fulfillment of your wishes. Ask the angels for help, and they will fan the sparks of potential and bring them to life. Hope is a magnetic quality which attracts the great and beautiful into your life. So, with this hope card as a whole, maybe some of you already practice affirmations, scripting, or other manifestation and law of attraction techniques. And if you don't already, you might want to look into it. You might want to create a vision board for yourself. You might start the practice of scripting, because I do see this very very big change that is about to happen, and you can make it enter your life even quicker if you start connecting yourself with the universe by telling the universe what exactly do you want to attract and manifest into your life, and the universe will definitely bring that to you. With that, let's come to the very final card, the Moonology card that we have. And again, with the gibbous moon, the card here says that you are very close to achieving your goal. So as I mentioned, there is like so much of a there is not a single negative card in this reading, which is such a huge positive sign for you that whatever you are trying to attract, it is about to enter your life. And right now, the gibbous moon, it's almost about to reach the full moon. So I see that you are very close to the completion in your journey. So, we see two cards with the number 10 on them, and then one card with the number 9. So it tells me that with the number 9, it's like the very final chapter or the very final stage, so to say, after which you will become the winner in this situation. And that's what I see with the Gibbous Moon card also, that you are almost at the end of the journey when it comes to a specific area of your life. So maybe some of you might be graduating soon, you might be getting a new offer, or whatever area or journey of your life you are in right now. It's very close to the very final outcome. Some of the reminders that come with this card is to tell yourself that you are on the right track. It's time to keep the momentum going. It's time to stay focused, or maybe if there are new habits that you want to start, a new project that you want to start, it's going to be a very brilliant time for you to do that. It's also a very, very positive time for you to um it's like a completion of a project or something that's happening for you. So maybe if you are someone who is already very tapped into the moon's energy, so maybe in the next full moon cycle, or whenever you happen to watch this, maybe the time right before the full moon could be a significant period for you. And overall, as I said, that I see a lot of blessings, a lot of positive opportunities, and so much abundance that is about to enter your life. So make sure that you stay confident. And finally, this affirmation that you can type or you can say to yourself, it says, I am eternally optimistic. And thank you so much for watching this reading. If you reach this part, make sure to comment down below what's your favorite BTS song or a favorite BTS memory that you would like to share with me and others in the comments below. And if you also want, you could also check out other members' readings. Maybe if there's another member that you felt called to, maybe there might be some more messages there for you. Sending you a lot of love, light, and power. And I'll see you in my next reading. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to this reading. If you chose Taehyung's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And as I mentioned in the beginning, these are all the messages that you are meant to hear at the moment, or anything that the universe wants to let you know right now. And remember, this is a reading for the collective, so take the messages that resonate. If you want to pick up a personal reading with me, you can find all the details in the description. And with that, let's start with your tarot reading. The very first card that we have for you is the Four of Pentacles, and this tells me that right now you could be in a phase of your life where you are being really careful and protective of your own energies. Maybe you are at a stage in life right now where there are certain decisions that you need to make, or maybe there are you are trying to figure out who to invest your time and energy in at the moment, maybe when it comes to either friendships or relationships, or it could even be about a particular career matter that you are trying to decide whether I should invest in this path, whether I should take that option and move forward. And right now I'm seeing that the best message for you at this moment is to take things a little bit slower. Whatever area of your life it is that you there is a decision that has to be made on your end, I'm seeing that you are going to benefit a lot from just taking things a little bit slow, pausing if you wish to. And also, a very major message that I'm seeing here is to protect your own energy, to set the right amount of healthy boundaries around you, to make sure that other people don't misuse your energy, or they don't take you for granted. For example, you might be that person in your friend group or in your family or just in your immediate circle that you are always there for other people whenever they need you, but they might not reciprocate that same energy when it comes to you. So right now you need to be very careful about, first of all, who you trust, who you share significant information with, and pay a lot of attention on preserving your own energies, making sure that you are setting the right boundaries, as I mentioned. And I don't see this as a major conflict, but just as a gentle reminder from universe that you are valuable. You have so much more potential to help other people, but if you keep exhausting your own resources by always being available for others, then you might be really exhausted soon. So, the best way, the best path forward is to preserve your own energies, and sometimes just checking in with yourself also, that how am I personally feeling at this moment? Is there any kind of support that I need? And overall, I just see a very big theme here of slowing down a little bit. So with that, let's see what other messages do we have for you. The second card that we have is this Tower card, and this card coming here in this position, it tells me that in your personal life, in your journey, there could be some sort of a transformation that is taking place. And for some of you, this transformation might be taking place in a career situation, that maybe you started investing a lot of your time and energy into a specific path, but as you have been doing more of that, you are realizing that it's just not working out for you. So either you feel like giving up, you feel like dropping out, you feel like changing your path, or whatever that situation is in your life at the moment, I'm getting a strong sense that there is some re-evaluation that you need to do. You need to ask yourself that what was the reason behind me making certain choices in my life, because the tower moment, this is always about things just unexpectedly changing around us, or there are these changes that are happening very quickly in our life. So when in order to avoid this moment being as something of a painful experience for you, you need to first be honest with yourself that the decisions that I made, whether that's to do with your academics, your professional life, your career, a specific path that you chose, something that you committed to, or maybe even a friendship, a connection, a relationship in your life, you need to ask yourself that was I being fully honest when I committed to this path, when I said yes to this, or what were the reasons behind stepping into this energy? And if you feel, or if you find that, maybe you made the decisions for the wrong reasons, so now it's time to take stock of that. It's time to evaluate. It's also time to question whether there is some change needed in terms of the path that you are on. So this tower moment might look like changing the professional or the academic paths that you are on right now, or it might look like looking back at a connection or a significant connection in your life and then questioning that can I stay true to myself and stay with this person? Do our beliefs and perspectives align? So there are a couple of different meanings that I see with this tower card, and remember, this is a general reading for the collective. So this tower moment might look very differently for all of you who have chosen this pile. And as I mentioned, the overall guidance here definitely is to preserve your own energies and make sure that you are making self care a priority. You are not being very impulsive or being very quick to either say yes or no to something. So take your time before you make this decision. And it might happen that the either or, like if you are faced with two options at the moment, so it might happen that both of the choices might not be as favorable for you, or it's not a win-win situation for you. Either of the choices that you have in front of you might lead to some kind of the pain or other, and I'm just using this as an example. Take it only if it resonates. But for example, you are in a connection or in a relationship where you feel really strongly about the person that you are with, but maybe there is a huge disconnect in terms of either compatibility or the kind of views and beliefs that you have, or maybe the kind of future that you envision for yourself, and that is sort of a deal breaker for you. And in this situation, if you choose to stay with that person, then that might mean compromising or going against a huge part of who you are, which might eventually lead to resentment. Or the other option would be to letting go of that connection, and both of these might involve pain to some extent. And now it's up to you to evaluate how to make that decision, how to best protect your own energies as you follow with this path forward. And for some of you, this might not be that big or that chaotic of a decision at all. It's just a change that you already know you have to make in your life right now, and now you're just thinking more about it. But the universe wants to remind you that there is support around. You are not alone in this journey. Take your time to make this decision. Don't be in too much of a hurry to try to solve this situation. Take your time, have some patience, and let's see what further guidance do we have from the universe. We also have the Seven of Cups card here, which is all about a lot of choices being present. And also I want to say that with the number 7, it might happen that you might be seeing the angel number 7 a lot in various combinations, like just 7 or 7 7, or repeating 7 numbers. And 7 as a whole is a number about spiritual awakening, about transformation that is taking place, a lot of changes that are happening. And this card as a whole, it also makes me think of that particular phase or a moment in your life where there are so many choices that you are faced with, and then you have to make a decision. For some of you, it might happen that there is more than one person that you are interested in or that you want to pursue, and you could have said yes to one person, and now you're questioning that whether I made the right decision or not. And maybe that is what the tower moment could be talking about. And this could also be the same thing in a professional or a career related situation, that you personally wanted to follow something, but because of a certain reason, a certain pressure, you said yes to a particular thing, and now you are questioning that, was that a mistake that I made, or do I need to change my decision? And that's why I'm seeing that whenever you enter this position where you are faced with a lot of choices, that's when you need to evaluate things on a much deeper level, because sometimes one or the other option might seem really pleasant to us on the surface, but as you really step into that energy later, you end up realizing that maybe this thing isn't as good for me, or it just looked appealing on the surface, but deep down this isn't what I resonate with. So similarly, in a connection, it might happen that you felt initial attraction with some person, but then later you are realizing that there is some differences in values, or there's just that deeper connection which is lacking. And with the sun and the moon symbols being present on the seven of cups, it helps me connect with the yin and yang energy, that every situation there is good in some bad, and there is bad in some good. Now it's up to you to decide what sort of an option is a priority for you. So similarly, it might happen that a particular career path or an option, it looked really appealing to you in the beginning, and it was really fascinating, or you maybe made that choice because of a specific reason. But as you followed that, as you step into that energy, now you are questioning that, did I make the right choice, or was there a better alternative out there? So just, whatever situation that you are in right now, make sure that first of all you give yourself enough time to think. Don't be too quick in making a decision. And second thing that the universe wants you to know is to very clearly and properly evaluate all the choices that you have, and maybe if you might benefit by making pros and cons list, or visualizing each and every alternative, each and every option, and then thinking for yourself which is the best path to follow through, what is the best option to choose. But overall, because this is a cups card, there's this water energy present here, I'm getting a strong sense that maybe intuitively or somewhere deep down you already know what the right answer is, what the right choice is, but maybe either because of some sort of a fear, or maybe you've already made a commitment and now you're afraid to go back on it, or whatever that reason might be, there is something that is holding you back from listening to your intuition and then following that option which is the right answer for you. So even in this card, if you see, there is this one cup which is upside down and all the others are facing the right way, and the upside down one looks up is pointing towards the moon. So here I'm seeing that when it comes to your intuition, you know what is the right answer for you, but maybe either other people in your life might have convinced you that that's not the right thing to follow, that is not the right person, that is not the right path to follow, but deep down you know that that could be the thing that is meant for me. So just make sure that, again repeating myself again, make sure to give yourself enough time and patience before making a decision. And the second major thing is to also tap into your intuition and connect with your own inner wisdom and whatever it might be telling you. The next card that we have here is the Father of Cups or the King of Cups, and once again another cups card coming here, especially the king energy being present here. It tells me that also, I just want to pause here and say, maybe you might want to listen to the song Black Swan after this reading, especially pay attention to the lyrics. And one thing that I'm connecting with the black swan imagery on this Father of Cups is, the sort of message that we have in this song, that when you let go of your passion, that's almost like a death that you are experiencing. So it might happen that there is some path that you want to follow which deep down you know is the right one for you. Maybe that's a passion that you have, but for whatever reason you haven't been able to follow that, either because of external pressures or other responsibilities or other expectations that are placed down upon you. But the choice is finally up to you, because it's your personal life. That yes, other people might have an opinion on it, other people might try to control your choices, but ultimately it's you who has to lead through that life. And you have to ask yourself that, will I fully be satisfied if I continue being on the path that I am right now, or do I need to connect with what I am truly passionate about? And even the Father of Cups or the King of Cups is someone who really understands that like, the Father of Cups is someone who honors his own emotions, who knows what the right path for me is, and is very assured in his own choices. And that's the energy that I'm seeing you will eventually step into when you go through this whole process of re-evaluation, of protecting your own energy and not just listening to other people but following your own dream and path, making the right choice for you that you intuitively feel you connect with, and not just listening to other people's opinions. Once you go through this entire journey, that's when you will reach the maturity, the emotional strength, and the capability of this King of Cups. And I'm seeing that this potential is truly within you. You will become so much like, you will feel that all your creative powers are being honored when you step into this energy. And let's look at the final tarot card for you. The card that we have is the Daughter of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. And this card here tells me that as I said, that there is this entire process or this journey that you are going through, and then finally you are realizing that there is some change that is needed in my life, and then you are stepping into this energy of making a change. We're also moving from this card of Seven of Cups to this card where we see almost this eight number that is being formed with the snake on this card. So there is a transformation that is taking place in your life. Some of you might be completely turning your life around. You are changing the course of study that you are doing, the career that you are pursuing, and you are, as I was saying, I mentioned the word passion a lot, and especially with the black swan imagery that we had on this King of Cups card, and the wands, this suit as a whole, this fire sign is about passion, is about following your heart's true desires, and whatever you feel is something that you are passionate about and something that you really want to pursue. So make sure that you are going through this process of making yourself so emotionally mature that you can bring about this change in your life. For some of you, I feel that maybe the phase of life that you are in right now, you might not have that much freedom to make your own choices, but as you progress in your journey, I'm getting the sense that you might eventually enter this phase where you are so much more empowered to make the choices that you really want to. With that, let's see what angel affirmation card that we have, which might help you. And the card that we have is this laughter card. So you might want to pause or take a screenshot of this card if you wish to, and then save the affirmation for later. But with this card, I see this message that, um, like, so far, in fact, even the reading as a whole might have been a little bit heavy, might be full of a lot of deep messages that are coming forward for you, and there could be a difficult journey that you are on right now, but the angels are just coming in with a very gentle reminder that no matter how difficult of a journey that you are in, that doesn't mean that you will not give yourself any moment to find the humor in life, find the lighter energy. So this might look like a lot of different things, maybe connecting with certain memories, certain things that you like to watch, certain things you like to hear, or maybe people you like to spend time with who make you truly laugh at your heart's content, and you make you like just forget all these other worries that might be surrounding you. So make sure to give yourself those moments also where you can connect with this energy of humor and laughter and joy in your life. And as the card also says, the affirmation, maybe you can see this, say this out loud to yourself or mention this in the comments below. It says, I see the humor in everything. So I'm definitely getting a sense that you are connecting with some of the lighter energies also in between this difficult journey. And especially, as I have also been saying in the other piles, make sure to comment down your favorite BTS song, or maybe your favorite BTS memory, or it might happen that there is a specific BTS content that you really like to keep watching again and again. It makes you laugh, it makes you enjoy. So that could be something that you could maybe do, maybe give yourself some time to connect with that. And the very final card that we have for you is the full moon in Scorpio, which again, interestingly, it says it's time to release negativity. So as I mentioned, first of all, inviting this laughter and joy into your life, bringing back this energy of enjoyment, of fun. And for some of you, especially because we had the tower card here, that also comes when we are in phases of change or transition in our lives. Maybe you were earlier just a student, and now you are stepping into adulthood, or maybe some other responsibility, and because of all that responsibility, there is so much of you've become really serious in life, and maybe that fun and enjoyment that was there earlier, you are missing out on that. So that's a sort of negativity to let go of. Maybe there is a lot of worry that is surrounding your energy, so that could be one thing to you to release. And releasing negativity, it doesn't just mean to forget about it completely, rather finding your own ways to express this emotion, to release this emotion. It could be through journaling, writing, painting, or whatever your personal preferred way of expression is. And this card is also about, also address any fear that might be holding you back. I'm seeing that you are doing some amount of shadow work. You are realizing that maybe what are the things that could be holding you back in life, how can you release those things, how can you work better on yourself. And one more final message that I want to give with this card is, if you are watching this in 2023, then with the full moon in Scorpio this year, it's going to be around May, about 5th of May, based on wherever you are located at. So that period of May, the month of May, might be significant where there is some important change that is taking place for you. So make sure to have moments of joy and laughter in your energy. Make sure to release any negative emotions that might have come up, and as I said, stay true to your own dreams, to your own passions and the dreams that you have. And once you connect with that energy, once you let go of any of these fears that are holding you back from stepping into your power, that's when you will feel so much more confident. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and power, and a lot of blessings for you. And don't forget to comment down below your favorite BTS song or your favorite BTS memory that you would like to share with me. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the details in the description. And as I also said, you can watch multiple members' readings if you feel called to. Maybe there are some other messages in other piles for you. And I'll see you in my next reading. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to your reading. If you chose Jungkook's photo card, then this is going to be your reading. And as I mentioned in the beginning, this reading is not about the members but about you and what are the messages that you need to hear at the moment. And this is a reading for the collective, so take only the messages that resonate. With that, let's start with the tarot card. The very first tarot card that we have is this 10 of Swords card here, and this tells me that there could be a completion of a cycle that you have just experienced. So it might be some or the other situation in your life which has just ended. It could be a friendship, a relationship, any significant connection in your life, or maybe some path that you were on, a career path, a project, something that you had invested your time, effort, and energy into. But whatever this might have been, I do see some sense of the energies that were not meant to be in your life, those have ended. That situation has ended. Either that has happened in the past and it is still affecting you, or it might have just recently happened and you are processing those changes, or some of you might still be in this energy of dealing with this ending or closing of a chapter. And whenever we go through such a phase, such a period in our lives, that's a very difficult change to go through. And depending on however this situation has been for you, if it was something that was initially filled with positive memories, but then it somehow still came to an end, and now you are facing difficulties coming to acceptance about that change. So here, something that might help you is to look at the situation in a much more holistic manner, that yes, the positive memories were there, they played a significant role in your life. Maybe if it was a relationship or a connection, this could be about the positive memories that you shared. But if there were also some difficult emotions or memories, or maybe the reason why that situation had to end, then also remind yourself of why that energy had to leave your life, or why you had to leave that situation behind. And here I'm also getting a very major message about learning to let go, letting go of also control in life, that sometimes these unexpected changes or endings take place in our lives, and we have to come to terms with it. We have to accept and keep moving forward. So there could have been different kinds of changes or endings that have taken place for you. For some of you, this might be an energy of the past, and now you are ready to move into a new chapter, and maybe all those feelings of hurt, resentment, betrayal, maybe those are already in the past. And then in that situation, this card could just be coming here as a reminder to tell yourself and experience for yourself that there is this big change that you went through. There is this situation that has taught you so many lessons, so many experiences that you have gained, and now you are taking those experiences and moving forward in your journey. So let's see, after this change, what all lies ahead for you. What do you need to know of? And here we have the Hanged Man card with the number 12 on it, and this card helps me see that right now, as I was saying, that this change or this ending, whether it was a thing of the past or if it has recently happened for you, in either case, the Hanged Man tells me that right now there is a moment of rest that is required for you. You need to pause down for a moment before you step into another new situation. So, for example, if it is talking about a relationship, then this card could just mean that you need to just be a little bit patient with yourself. You need to look back at the journey so far, the kind of experiences that you have had so far, and um, maybe just for yourself, getting a better understanding of what worked, what didn't work in that connection. How can you maybe step into another connection, different energy, or maybe becoming much more aware of your own priorities and needs and expectations or boundaries. Or in the other situation, this could just be talking about that there is some chapter of your life that has closed, some energy that you have left behind, and now you are, before you step into that new chapter, that new energy, you need to prepare yourself. You need to take stock of the situation. Maybe there is a new perspective that is needed. You need to start seeing things in a different light. Maybe your own priorities as an individual could also be changing. And here with the this card, I also see the 10 of wands, that um earlier you were feeling really overburdened and very exhausted with the way things were, and that's why you decided to let go of that situation. So now there is still some amount of rest that is needed to gain your energies back before you step into another energy, before you move on to the next aspect. So make sure, whenever you happen to watch this video, make sure to give yourself some moment of rest, some moment of recuperation, and just give yourself some time. Be patient with yourself and don't expect to quickly just bounce back. Feel your feelings, go through these emotions, whatever difficult situation it might have been for you. And the next card that we have for you is the World card, and this is like such a bright positive energy coming here, that yes, there is some situation that has ended. There is this ending that took place, and then it took and like with rest, the question that comes up is how much time is enough, or how much time is enough for healing. And there's never one single answer that applies for everyone. For example, whether that's a heartbreak, a breakup, or any sort of ending that has taken place for you, some people might just take a month or so to bounce back and then start being their original versions again, being their normal, so to say, versions again, or just how they were earlier before this experience. Some might take a couple of months, some might take even a year. So whatever that time is for you, definitely give yourself that amount of time to heal. And with the World card coming here, it's a very bright opportunity, a bright sign that this chapter, it's finally closing. Those energies, you are leaving them behind, and then you are stepping into a bright new chapter in your life where things are completely turning around. And the World card is also one of the most positive major arcana cards that we have in tarot, where we are leaving the older energies behind. We are stepping into a new chapter, a new beginning. And I also see this card as a 360-degree, like a full holistic transformation that is taking place for you. And I also want to point out, because the numbers that we have here on the card Hanged Man, we have number 12, and on the World card we have number 21. And for me personally, 1221 has been a very major angel number that I keep seeing a lot, whether that's on clocks or in other number patterns, number combinations. 1221 is very significant. So maybe you might want to personally look into the meaning of 1221, or if you are also someone who keeps seeing this specific number combination, it could just be talking about that there is a previous situation where you are gaining some closure, you are leaving that behind, you are accepting whatever happened, you are seeing things in a holistic way, and then you are fully preparing yourself to move into whatever is coming next. And I can definitely guarantee you with this energy here that there are big things, big changes that are entering your energy soon. And the next card that we have is the Son of Swords, and this card right here, it tells me that there is in terms of your ideas and whatever you are planning in your life, or whatever new, maybe there is something new that you want to bring about in your life, a new manifestation that you want to bring about. I'm getting a very strong sense that there is either a new clarity that is coming, so maybe you're getting a better idea about what to do next, how to plan things forward, and especially, coming after the Hanged Man card, during a Hanged Man period, this could be that period of our lives where we are not we are not really active, we are not being our fully productive selves, and we are still lacking on some amount of action that we need to take in our lives. And whenever that moment comes, it might make us feel a little dull, or we might start losing out on the capacity to plan things forward. But that those periods of rest are also needed so that you can truly transform and enter into this new energy. And with the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing that you are moving from that energy of not being able to be your productive self to once again taking charge of your situation, being very determined. You are there is this determination, you are truly taking stock of the situation, you are planning things out, you are uh, like, it's almost like, a very contrasting energy that we have from the Hanged Man. Like, Hanged Man is slow down, rest, and taking a pause, whereas the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, is rushing forward with a plan or a goal that you have in mind. But even with this card, one caution that comes for us, or something to remind yourself, is that don't again reach into this rush of wanting to do all at once, or everything at once, or wanting to completely turn your life around. Just be a little gentle with yourself, be a bit compassionate with yourself, that yes, set goals, set certain priorities, be determined with your goals, but don't have too much of a pressure that you again end up in this state of being very exhausted or burnt out. And this burnout that you experienced earlier, that rest was needed for you so that you could start this new cycle again. But this shouldn't mean that you once again go back to being the way that you were earlier. Rather, take stock of the situation, try to figure out what are the changes that you need to make before you step into a new path. And I'm definitely getting a sense that there is a new idea, new opportunity, some new form of new way of expressing yourself, new way of presenting your skills and talents to the world that you are connecting with. And let's see what's the final card, the final tarot card, that the message that you need to hear. So we have the Four of Pentacles, and this card also came up in the previous pile, in Taehyung's pile. So if you wish, you could also go watch that reading. Maybe there are some more messages there for you. But with this card, the overall sense that I get is to protect your own energies, to make sure that you are not putting too much burden on yourself, sort of being a little bit slow in the way that you are progressing. And as I said, with the Son of Swords, with the Knight of Swords, sometimes there might be a tendency to take too many responsibilities on yourself, or you set a lot of, you plan your to-do list and you add in a lot of things in that. But as you start following, you realize that you don't realistically have that amount of energy or resources to do everything that you have planned for yourself. And that's when you will have to set your priorities straight, maybe pick 3 or 4 tasks that are the most important for you, or the most immediate goals for you that you would like to work on, and then start working on those, instead of once again reaching the stage where you were trying to do 10 things all at once. So this might happen happen with people who are really ambitious, and I can also connect with that energy a lot, that wanting to do wanting to do a lot of things at once, or trying to accomplish so many things at once. And even if you are capable of doing that, but you will not reach there while still sustaining those goals, because you will eventually start to feel exhausted and you won't have the energy to sustain those goals. So make sure that you are, first of all, setting your priorities correctly. You are not taking too much on your shoulders all at once. Try to also ask for help from people around you if they can help you in this journey. And as I mentioned, take things slower, take things one step at a time. Make sure that you are preserving your own energies. And with that, let's see what angel affirmation card that we have for you. The card that we have is Serenity. So, if you wish, you could maybe pause, take a screenshot of the card, save the affirmation for later. But this card as a whole, it says that Serenity, this is the period of stillness, of peace, and tranquility that is very much needed in our lives. Sometimes we feel that the only mark of success is if we are constantly doing something and if we are productive all the time. But then in the long run, that is not going to work out for us, because as I mentioned, we will reach that stage of burnout once again. So the only way to deal with that is to intentionally create some moments of peace, of stillness, of tranquility in your daily lives. The card here also says, when you feel serene, you are your own person, for nothing, and no one can bother, upset, or influence you. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. So I can definitely get this energy that, based on how your journey has been so far and all these dreams and goals and visions that you have, all these steps that you want to take, there might be a lot that is going on in your mind. And that is why you need to very intentionally create moments of serenity, of peace and calmness in your daily routine. It could be something as simple as trying to set this habit for yourself that right as you wake up, for at least the first 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you won't reach out for your phone, or you won't again indulge in these other habits, or start start with that cycle of worry as soon as you wake up. Rather, giving yourself some moments of peace and stillness in the day, maybe connect with nature, maybe just spend some time with yourself, maybe journal or write things that you are grateful for, or any other positive practice that you feel will personally help you slow down a little bit. And maybe try to look more into Zen practices and all these practices that help us bring about peace and serenity into our lives. Because I can see that you are someone who has so many ideas, and that's such a positive strength about you. But in order to put those ideas into practice, you need that level of clarity, and that can only come once you've given yourself enough time to be restful, to be peaceful. And the card also here says that as you become deeply serene and still, you connect to the higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing. So, as I mentioned, once you, whether it's a meditation practice, spending some time in nature, or whatever specific activity that you do in your life, for some of you it might even be that just doing 10 or 15 minutes of some form of an art form in the day could give you that stillness. And whenever you are in that state of stillness, that's when your connection with the divine, with your own higher self increases, and you are more receptive to information coming from your higher self, or maybe some intuitive messages that give you that sense of clarity about the next move that you should make, or the next decision that you should be making. So just make sure that you bring in serenity or peace as an intentional part of your routine. And the very final card that we have for you is the disseminating moon, which says take time to breathe out. And with this card, I also feel that, I feel like just exhaling, just sighing, and releasing all the energies that I have been holding within me. So that is something that you could try doing for yourself. Like, just take a deep breath out. There is a lot that you want to do, a lot that you want to accomplish, and those things will happen in their own time. They won't happen if you take too much pressure or stress on yourself. And there is so much emphasis on some moments of peace, some moments of just calming down, breathing out, and connecting with who you are on a deeper level. Like, there is one version of yourself that is on the outside, that is defined by the roles that you play in life, the kind of life you lead, the responsibilities that you have. But beyond all of that, at the core, on a much deeper level, who are you, and how can you get to know that version of yourself even better? And a message that comes with this disseminating moon is attuning to the moon by saying I am where I am and it's okay. So one message that I get here is also, you might be someone who, you might get a feeling that, am I behind others? Am I not at the right space or right place in my life, or I should be somewhere else, I should be doing something else, I should be better, I should be doing more? If these are the kind of thoughts that you have, then you need to just take a pause, breathe out, and affirm to yourself that you are at the right place and time. Things are happening at their own pace. Everyone's life looks very different, and even in terms of the timeline of our life, some people, they get certain things in their lives at a different rate, but that doesn't mean that you use that as a way to compare yourself to them, or decide for yourself that, if another person is getting a certain blessing in their life by a certain time, then it should also be happening the same way for me. Because that is an unhealthy form of a comparison, because it will just make you feel as if you aren't doing enough. And what matters here more is, how are you taking care of yourself, how are you grateful for where you are? And it's only when you feel at peace in the present moment that you will be able to dream better and plan better for where you want to be. So make sure to reflect on that, take some time out for your own self care. And one more thing here is, in these energies, I see that you might somehow have the tendency to step into that all or nothing energy, where either you take on too many responsibilities and try to do so many things at once, or you might reach the complete opposite energy of the hanged man, where you are sort of in a productive slump where you aren't able to do much. And the right path moving forward is to have a balance of both the things, giving yourself equal amounts of rest and then equal amounts of determined action to be able to achieve your dreams. So make sure to connect that sense of balance that is there within you. And with that, I would like to end this reading here. Don't forget to comment down below what your favorite BTS song or your BTS memory is. And if you haven't already, if you feel drawn to any other pile, any other member, you could also check out the messages there. Maybe there is some or the other messages in the other piles that are meant for you. And thank you so much for joining me for this reading, sending you a lot of love, light, and power. And I'll see you in my next reading.